thanks for coming.
No problem.
Congratulations on your recent form, goal, yes, first 2 assists at the weekend. With the injury situation at the moment, does it feel even more important to you to play your role, given that you're going to be playing more often than you need?
Not really, but I want to be important every single time. Obviously now it will be a bit look different that I think from the outside because of the injuries, but yeah, I want to help the team moving forward and in terms of winning games, so that's my approach.
When you're playing week in, week out, does that help you?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously when you play a lot of games you get physically better, you adapt more, and yeah, that helps you in a way, I would say so.
You spoke to Mikel, and he says obviously about the January transfer window. I'm not going to ask you about specifics, but he says that the club are ready to spend the money if they can find the right people in January. You arrived in January, so you're proof that the January signing can work. Is it a more difficult time for a player to come in January than in the summer?
Yeah, I think so, of course. It's less time as well, and yeah, I think everyone knows it's the hardest time to get players in, because obviously the teams where the players are at probably are also in a different situation. So it's not the easiest to adapt as well as a player to a different club, but obviously there's not much I can say about it. That's more up to the club and the manager, obviously.
Anyone who might come in, you're all there to welcome them and make sure they hit the ground?
Yeah, of course. That's I think the whole squad is it's all about. We welcome everyone in who is a new player, and that's how it should be.
Thanks.
Sam?
Okay.
Hi, Liam. I think your first day would have been 2 years ago today.
Mhm.
You obviously did adapt very quickly and instantly, had an impact. How did you do that? How did the club help you to do that?
There's no black and white, I think, but obviously I played already a couple of years in the Prem, so I knew the league already, and yeah, the teammates as well. I think we have such a good group. Everyone tries their best to welcome you into the team, and I think that affects the player as well a lot, especially if they come from maybe a different country, I would say. And yeah, I think that's the most important thing, to feel welcome.
And just quickly, one of your teammates, Nwaneri,
Mhm.
you'll know that the fans are so excited about him and just want to see him all the time. What can you tell us about him and what he's doing for the team?
Yeah, it's an amazing player. You can tell already in training sessions how confident he is as well. Beating his man 1v1, has such a good shot as well, scoring goals. So yeah, I think he has a bright future ahead of him, and I think he can help us a lot.
John?
Leandro, I think it will be your 100th appearance tomorrow. Is that right? Tomorrow?
Yeah, they told me. Yeah.
How do you reflect upon that and sort of kind of the 2 years that you've had? How do you sort of kind of categorize?
Yeah, when they told me this the other day, I was surprised. It's been so quick already. Time flies, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. Obviously, that I have that mark in the tomorrow game, and yeah, I've had such a great time already, and hopefully in the next X amount of time I will have the same impact, and hopefully by winning something as well.
That's a lot of games. I mean, within that period of time, isn't it?
No, definitely, yeah, it is. That's why I was surprised as well. 100 games is already a lot, especially in 2 years, but that tells you where the club is at as well. That means that you're competing in every competition, and that's what we want to do.
Between Christmas and New Year, Mikel spoke affectionately about you, but sort of said sometimes you're his biggest moaner within the dressing room. I'm sure you probably saw it.
Yeah.
Do you recognise yourself in that? I mean, the way he was saying it was that basically, you always want to make your point. You want to be in the team, you want to challenge the referee's decision. But do you see that within yourself?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't use moan, but if he wants to use that, I'm just a winner. And if a decision goes against me and I think it's unfair, I think that really personal, I would say, is that in training or in games, that's how I am. And obviously, I want to win every game, and I think that should be the mindset of every football player.
And I guess you want to play, don't you? You want to start. That's obviously only natural. But do you recognise that in yourself, that sometimes you can maybe look a little bit, I don't know, a little bit unhappy, a bit upset?
Yeah, that could be. It's not that I do it with on purpose. I would say maybe the body language at that point could be, but I'm always ready, and I think I've shown that as well. Even if I'm on the bench, that I can make an impact as a sub, and I want to do that in both ways. If I'm a starter, a sub, I want to help the team winning games.
Tom?
Obviously, Premier League has been a really challenging time with the injuries and stuff. Does the Champions League, though, offer you an opportunity for a trophy that obviously this club is desperate to win?
Yeah, it's a different competition again. We want to win every competition if we could. Obviously, it's not easy as it says, but yeah, it's another opportunity. Tomorrow again, we want to win that game and get us as close as possible to the top 8, and that's our aim at the moment.
And as John mentioned, 100 games coming up. It means you've obviously played with a lot of different left-back partners. At the moment, you've got a very young left-back partner in Lewis-Skelly. As one of the more senior figures in the team, what's that experience of kind of being somewhat of a mentor on the left-hand side and being that senior figure to look up to for Miles?
Yeah, I think he has shown his qualities over the past few weeks to everyone. We have seen it already over the past months, that he had the capability of doing that, and now he shows it on the big stage. And yeah, he's such a good player, so strong as well for his age. It's unbelievable, and also down to earth. And I think that's just also one of his biggest qualities. And yeah, he is also, same as Ethan, a bright future ahead of him, and I'm really pleased for those two.
So you've gone to a challenge with him in training. He's strong.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, definitely.
Simon?
Leo, can I just ask you about Kai, who obviously you're very, very close with, difficult times on the pitch, off the pitch, but on Saturday having that goal, how big was that for him, and how have the squad been with him during this sort of past 4 months?
Yeah, very big. I think every striker and every team wants to score goals and help the team moving forward. And obviously, there's always people who will say something if a player or a striker or an attacking player is not scoring or whatever. But I think he have helped us already so much over the past, I don't know how long he's been here now, almost 2 years as well, a year and a half. But yeah, he's so good for us, and not just in terms of goal scoring, but he helps us getting up the pitch, and he's such a good player. So yeah, I think it helped him as well. He's also a confidence player, I would say. So it's up to us as well to get him in those positions.
Can I ask you on the sort of back end of this summer window, we heard talk of interest from Saudi Arabian clubs and you. We heard reports about a new contract. Just what sort of situation is with all of that?
Not much, really. I'm just focused now at the moment on the next game and playing for Arsenal and winning things. So I'm not really there with my head at the moment.
Jordan?
Hi, Leo. We heard listening to some music before during the warm-up in training, and Mikel spoke to us about it and how it, helps the players kind of focus, or it kind of makes you happy. Can you talk to us a bit about what you like about it? What sort of songs the players pick?
I don't really think it's the players who picks it. I'm not sure who's on the tunes when when we're doing the warm up. But yeah, you just kind of get used to it. I guess at the start when I joined, it was a bit weird for me that we had this. But now, it's just natural for us to have the music playing when we are warming up.
And how have you adapted to Mikel in general? Because he likes to try different things, some things that we might think are a bit strange, but you guys seem to get a kick out of it, some of the motivational methods and stuff. Was it strange when you first arrived, and now it's just more?
Yeah, same thing. It's a bit different as well to any other manager I had, but at one point you just get used to it, and I think, as you said, it helps on some days players to focus more and get the meaning really of the importance of the game.
Last couple on this side, we'll go with Isan first.
Hi Leo, with Raheem Sterling, what's it been like to know him around? Because obviously you're a winger, he's a winger, he's got bags of experience. What's it been like to have him around? Has he particularly helped you with anything in particular?
Yeah, obviously he's a very experienced player, and I get along really well with him. So not in particular with me. I think he helps also a lot the young guys as an Ethan, and so I think it will help the players a lot. But yeah, obviously I think he's a quality player and who can help us a lot moving forward.
As a winger, what's it like with the challenge since Bukayo Saka has been injured to fill that, not only the goals, the assists, but also the influence he has on the pitch? Has that made you guys kind of step up in a way to try and fill that void and push on forward?
As I say, you always want to be important for the team. It doesn't really matter if you have injuries or not. I think everyone wants to play and push the team and be important in terms of scoring goals, getting assists, and I think every attacker wants to do that. Not specifically when we have injuries. Obviously, we all know what B did for the club already in terms of goals and assists, and you can't replace that. But obviously we have such a good team and such a good squad who can adapt to it, and obviously now with Gabi out as well, it's a bit short, but I think we'll find a solution in that case as well.
With you guys out of the FA Cup and obviously the second leg of the Carabao Cup to come too, do you guys see the Champions League as a real opportunity of silverware this season after reaching the quarters last season?
Yeah, I think everything is an opportunity, really. We did really well up until now, and we just want to be in the top 8 first, and then we can move forward from that.
Gary?
Can I ask you, picking up on Jordan's question, which of the tunes that go down well and which ones don't?
I think that's not, you're not asking the right person. To be fair, it's that natural that I don't even listen to it. It's just there on the background, and you're more busy with your warm-up and getting into the training sessions. So it's really a hard question to answer, to be fair.
Mikel the DJ?
No, I don't think so. I think it's one of the staff, one of the physical coaches.
Because you've got like, I think 2.5 years left with the option. Do you see yourself finishing here, or what do you see as your future for your...
Yeah. Obviously, you never know in football how things turns out, but I'm really happy here, and I still want to win things here. I think we have a great squad, a great team, with a manager who pushes us every day to achieve big things, and we need to evaluate every single season.
Final one, Jordan, yeah.
Leo, sometimes when a young player comes into the team, you know, the older players need to sometimes protect them or look after them on the pitch. Just with Miles, I know we spoke about it earlier, but doesn't feel like he needs anyone to sort of look after him on the pitch.
In what way do you mean?
So, you know, a young player coming in, you know, a lot of pressure on him. Sometimes you play in front of him.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't feel like anyone has to do that. He's so
No.
so well.
Yeah, definitely. I think you always try to speak to them a little bit, but I think, as I said before, he's really down to earth and he knows what he's dealing with, and it's still soon. He only has played a couple of games, but he will get used to it, and he's a class player, and as I said, the more games he will play, the better he will get, I think.
It's also like a really international dressing room at Arsenal now, with so many different players from different countries. But with Ethan, with Miles, with Saka, you know, is it quite? Can you feel that there is an Arsenal English core to the group growing?
That's not really something I would pay attention to be fair. I just think we have such a great group all together, and it's nothing you would point out, I would say.
Cool. We'll end it there. Thank you, guys.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
The music. Can you hear the music? Outside.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
See you.
See you tomorrow.